similarly beloved comedy, Rushmore.
Yeah.
Wes Anderson's second major movie, October 9th, 1980, that came out, starring a wonderful return from Bill Murray to film. And then
changed his career.
A new nobody, Jason Schwartzman. It did change his career path entirely. He was just so good in it, too. But yeah, Wes Anderson had made a film called Bottle Rocket, which I really like. Steve's not a big fan of it. But Bottle Rocket didn't have that kind of like that school project feel that Rushmore and obviously all the other movies have.
There's a sweetness to Wes Anderson in general that really was born in Rushmore, which is just great. But I don't know. Like, there's also a lot of kind of like nastiness in it, and just
well, he calls it a
Bill Murray
heightened
hates
reality.
his kids. Like, it's just hilarious.
Yeah, he takes little things and turns them way up, but not everything. And it's also kind of a microcosm, right? That's a little world that's created, and you can kind of see it in a little diorama. And nothing was more representative than like that opening montage of every club that Max is in, and then of course it ends with him failing out of school.
It's like the most Wes Anderson thing, that montage of the different clubs, like the Beekeepers and the Kite Flyers.
And then these future movies. Yeah, go ahead.
They have these wonderful deadpan moments too, right? Like every character's just kind of slightly off, slightly too mean, and then it has these great set pieces like the theaters, the plays, and everything.
It's overly elaborate stage plays.
It has but it has a very, very unique tone to it. Like even when you watch it now, you've seen so many Wes Anderson movies, but it's just like it's so
a little different from his other movies though too.
It's a really good school movie, and I actually heard, I hope this is true, but he location scouted all over the place looking for the school. I can't find the school. I can't find the school. And then finally he decided, he didn't realize it. It's funny how people don't know their own mind, that he ended up filming at his own school that he worked to, and that's what. He couldn't find the place because he'd been picturing his own, youth growing up his whole life.
That's excellent.
They were going to do a helicopter scene. Is another funny fact. That it was like a big overwrought helicopter scene where Max and Bill Murray's character are like riding in a helicopter and surveying an area. And I think Disney was actually producing the movie, but they wouldn't pay for it. And so Bill Murray just wrote Wes Anderson a blank check. To do it, but they didn't do the same anyway, but I thought that was really cool. We should talk about, really briefly, score and soundtrack. Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo did the score, which is wonderful, and it's been used in other movies, which is always weird when I hear the Rushmore music in other movies. But then the soundtrack was a bunch of British Invasion, Beat era, British music, Kinks, The Creation, Rolling Stones. It's just wonderful.
It's also good because it fits the mood of the movie, right? Like this angsty kind of like coming of age, but still kind of like struggling with who you are and what being an adult means, which is to me like totally epitomized in the music of those acts. For me, what I really like about it though is it has this illustrative quality. It's very like Charles Adams or like Edward Gorey, you know? But it also has, like you were saying, like that, I guess, sublime kind of like beauty in weirdness. Like John Waters, right? Like John Waters is another auteur like Wes Anderson, where it's like his movies, all the characters are a little bit offbeat, but there's something lovable and endearing about even the worst of them.
Yeah.